The wait is over. It has been a long time coming, but Canada is finally getting a professional women's soccer league, the Northern Super League. Thanks to Project 8, co-founded by soccer star Diana Matheson, Ottawa, Montreal, Vancouver, Calgary, Toronto, and Halifax will get founding franchises. Those will kick off in April of next year. So good to see this video. We are excited to have with us this morning Diana Matheson, founder of the Northern Super League, and Stephanie Labbé, general manager of women's soccer for the Vancouver Whitecaps FC. Welcome to both of you, and congratulations.
Thank you.
I know you guys have been sitting with this news for a long time, but I think Canada, upon learning it's official, the excitement feels very real. Are you guys feeling that from people coast to coast?
Oh, for sure. I think, like you said, we've kind of known the name for a bit, and to not be able to vocalize it and speak about it, to now finally have it out in the open, and the reception has been incredibly positive, and it's all thanks to so much hard work from Diana and the rest of the team at the league level, who have put in so many hours to kind of make this dream continue to come to reality.
It's incredible. Can we talk about the story behind the league's name? I imagine there was a lot of thought involved in it. How did you land at Northern Super League? And of note, there's no women anywhere in that league name.
Yeah, the first thing we did was hire professionals, because we tried on our own to come up with, and Steph's pretty good at naming stuff too. Just fun fact about Steph. These names are hard, and we could not come up with a good one on our own. We worked with an agency in Toronto called Broken Heart Love Affair, and we just told them the ambition of this league, the reality of Canadian women's soccer, what it's about, how it's internationally competitive, how it's a growing industry. We told them draw on North American sport, but also we're a professional soccer league and what that means. And we had lots of conversations about whether to put women in the title or not. Do we claim that? That's a huge part of what we're about, creating jobs and opportunities for women, not just on the field, but off. But at the end of the day, we felt like it felt a little more powerful and actually more inclusive without women in the title, and trying to say that Northern Super League is for everyone.
I love that so much. We can look forward to seeing clubs, and congratulations on this, because I know this was a lot of work, right across the country. You've got Vancouver, Calgary, Ottawa, Toronto, Montreal, Halifax. How does that make you feel to be able to represent the country in that way? And what does ownership look like at each of these clubs?
Yeah, the league itself is owned equally by each of the team owners. So the team owners own the league. And the goal from the very beginning was teams from coast to coast. We have high-performance environments in the biggest population centers, Vancouver, Toronto. What this league is about is creating more opportunities, more pathways for women and girls in soccer. So we knew we wanted to be coast to coast. We knew we wanted to be in the prairies. We knew we wanted to be in Quebec. So we're really happy with the markets we started with, and we'll be announcing expansion plans later in the year as well.
I feel like either Saskatoon or Winnipeg might be itching for one as well, but we'll see. You would know that better.
We hear the prairies. We hear the prairies calling. Yeah, we love that.
I'm a big prairie girl, so I'm hoping so.
Oh, can you tell us about, let's talk about money. Well, how will the players be paid? What will they be paid?
Yeah, I think one of the greatest things about this league is we want to set the standard from the start. We have big ambitions and goals that we want the league to be one of the top leagues in the world within the first 5 years. And so for us, we know that in order to do that, we need the best players playing in Canada. And in order to track that, we need to be able to pay them competitively with the rest of the world. And so I think one of the best assets of this is our minimum salary, which is $50,000, will be higher than the majority of the leagues globally around the world. And so to be able to have that starting base for these players, that's the minimum that they'll be paid. That's already higher, like I said, than so many leagues around the world. So that's going to attract so many players to know that they're coming in and they're getting paid at the way that they should be. And the goal, obviously, is to continue to increase that over time to continue to stay with the global market.
The money is a huge draw, but what else do you have to sell Canada as a soccer country for women players when you're looking for people to make up the rosters?
I think naturally Canada's a place people want to live. People want to visit here. So for international players, this is a country that people aspire to want to be in. I think opportunity-wise, to raise a family in this country, to get jobs, I think that's number one, a big spot of it. And then I think for Canadians to come home, it's the ability to be a part of history. It's to have your name attached to being, one of the first players to play in this league, to be a part of building a league and leaving a legacy in your country.
You mentioned family, so I want to touch on this really quickly. It doesn't often get talked about when we talk about the WNBA or the PWHL, but mat leave plans and pregnancy plans for female athletes are a huge part of professional sport for women. What plans do you guys have? Does the Northern Super League have?
Yeah, we'll build that in from the beginning for sure. The PWHL was so great in that it could have a collective bargaining agreement with its players before it started. It could do that because it had the 200 players there and its players association waiting to be on contract with them. We're different. We operate in a global market and we have to bring players back to Canada. So we're going to build those things in from the beginning in a really strong standard player agreement. Steph and I both come from athletes' rights backgrounds, so it's really important to us. And then we're going to work with the players to improve that as we go. But maternity is a huge part of that for sure.
I'm so glad to have you both here to be able to say congratulations. I mean, we followed the story of all of your hard work, and to see it here and to celebrate it here is an honor for us and really for the whole country. Congratulations again.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.